Come one, come all, as these sisters show you some people that's grinding and standing tall. Highlighting the struggle, as you waiting patient just to make it. Debating your body aching, you're pacing for it to bubble. We all a village, so it's time to huddle. We gotta come together and power us through the hustle. Yeah, and together we fall. So I'ma hold my brother and my sister up while we all on the come up. While we all on the come up. While we all on the come up.
Hey y'all! Guess who's back? Bang, 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 bang. What's up? If y'all remember correctly, I am Michelle.
I am Jeanine.
And I'm Quinny, and you are on
The Come Up. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being so patient with us. We had to make sure it was right. We're going to catch you up to what we've been doing since the show has last aired. So I'll start with myself.
Go ahead.
Man, well, today's the year anniversary of when Chirac came out. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out.
It's your anniversary.
Indigo. Dang, what else? So many other things. Just presenting at award shows. I'm on a show called Lethal Weapon every Wednesday at 8 before Empire. I play Detective Bailey.
Tagging and bagging.
And I can't really think right now, but yeah. And then the show, we're back. So I'm happy. Follow me on social media at Michelle Mitchenor on everything. Stay connected with me, and I'm going to pass it on to Jeanine.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, how you doing?
This is the Smooth Operator coming to you live and direct. My name is Jeanine Holcombe, hailing from Westside Baltimore City. Hey-oo. Let's see, since in the last year, some things have changed. I've cut my hair.
Gone.
Dyed it blonde. Made some transitions in my career, took some steps up, started working with a new company. Everything's wonderful and fantastic in the world of visual merchandising. Bing, bang, boom. Other than that, just trying to be happy, stay alive, be black, and be proud.
All right. Come on.
Amen.
All right. What's going on, everybody? I am Quinny from Philly.
Hey!
What has happened?
Girl, tell me what happened.
Jeez.
Come on, Miss Shaw.
So, I got it.
Yeah, she did.
I did the Super Bowl with Beyonce.
Yeah, she did.
Which was world changing.
Booze.
Okay. And then following that, I was a part of the Formation World Tour.
Yeah, she
Wonderful. That's a blessing.
I was one of the 20 beautiful sister queens. Shout out to all my sister queens.
Y'all the ones.
We trailblazed, we changed the world, and we just opened people's eyes. Right now, what I'm doing on The I can't think. I feel like we missed so much details, but
Nutshells.
Yeah,
nutshells. But
my head's small. the headphones open.
But thank y'all for tuning in. As you can see, we are now a radio show. Catch us on Morris Media Live. This is where you'll be watching it, but you can also stream it on your podcast. It's on your iTunes, so just type in On the Come Up, and you'll see us pop up under Morris Media Live. Shout out to Poetis at Morris Media Live
for seeing a vision and recognizing some talent.
Queen work.
This is our new home, so we're super, super excited. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into it, because we got to have guests, right? It ain't just us, you know what I mean?
I mean, it could be, but we're trying to do it for the community, okay?
Because it's not about us.
It's community work.
In the long scheme of things.
It's not about us. But we're going to jump right into these two incredible men that are on our show today. These brothers. We have Mitch Marchand.
Welcome.
What's happening? What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Scott St. Patrick Williams.
Scotty Dones.
To the gods on the earth, what up?
So before we get into the questions.
Before we hop into the questions.
We need to know, gentlemen, going into things, we like to, get some icebreakers going.
Okay.
So, Mitch, we're going to start with you. Give us 3 fun facts about yourself, please.
3 fun facts. Okay.
Make sure they're fun.
I feel it under pressure. Okay, so here's a odd fun fact about me. I'm actually on Into the 36 Chambers album.
What? What?
Doing what?
I'm one of
Spin bars? You got bars?
I'm one of the guys that says in the front, in the back, killer bees on attack.
Come on.
It was actually, it was a random,
Scott a fan,
in
dog.
a random day where I happened to, I was with my boy. We went to the studio, and RZA came out, and there was a few guys that weren't there. Old Dirty was late, and and I ended up on that track. So that's a fun fact. Let's see what else.
Damn.
I don't know. This is not fun, but it's an oddity that I actually happened to see both Biggie and Pop the day they both were shot. What? I was at
Can you elaborate?
I was at both spots. I was at the party that Big was at out here in LA, and I was saw Pac in Vegas in the lobby of the the Luxor Hotel. Mm-hmm. Me and Omar were together. We said what's up to him. He had the green jersey on. So it's not a fun fact, but it's an oddity, I guess.
That's definitely a fun fact.
But it's crazy. And I don't know. I can't think of a third one. I saw. Let's just let those be the three.
I dig that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yes.
So Scott, you gonna follow
Scotty
up?
don't.
You wanna take
Scotty
your hat
don't.
off?
So you can wipe that sweat off your brow, bro.
I'm not. You're going to give me another question.
It's about to drip into your eye. The sweat. You wanna wipe it?
Fun fact, I like Oreos.
Okay.
I dig that though.
That's a great fact.
You like the regular ones or the double stuff?
I drive a Honda Accord. There you go.
There you go.
That's what's up.
3.
Yes.
You're a Rangers fan.
I'm a Rangers fan. Yes.
He's a black guy that likes hockey.
Everything.
He's the sixth black guy that likes hockey.
Yes.
In a full Rangers
Yes.
outfit.
Everything New York. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank y'all. So
That is interesting for real. Okay.
I was searching. I was like, well, I don't know if this is fun, but it's a fact.
No, that was fun for me.
That's
I enjoyed
crazy.
that.
Shit.
So we got one more icebreaker.
Okay.
It's called Cognac and Chit Chat.
Hello, welcome. Here you go, gentlemen.
No wonder.
Everybody grab those
Is it
glasses.
me? Was this from last night, or am I just smelling something?
So what we like to do is ask you a question.
Swirl it up.
Swirl it up.
Before you answer, give a little swirl,
Okay.
take a little sip, and then have an answer. Yes.
Okay.
Ready? So here we go. Take a
Wait,
little
wait.
Swirl,
Swirl, sip, answer.
Swirl,
So,
sip,
Let me
answer.
ask
Got
you
it.
a question first.
Okay.
Then we swirl.
All right.
Then we sip.
All right.
Then you answer. Nice.
Here's the question. So we brought you on the show because the both of you are amazing writers, yes?
Yes.
The ladies and I would like to know, do you use your writing abilities to woo the ladies?
Swirl.
And how? Swirl.
great.
Sip it, and go.
Hell yeah.
In what ways? Details, please.
I mean, I've been known to drop a poem.
Okay.
A little.
You ain't got one off the top right now?
Not
though?
right now. I'm not freestyling one. I mean, with my wife calls me Mr. Hallmark because my card game is superb.
I'm going to snap on that.
Mr. Hallmark over here. So you be helping your buddies out, basically, the ones who ain't married.
I try. It's weird. I try to. But I guess that's just my own little thing.
I dig that.
Scotty don't.
I used to, and then I learned that with great power comes great responity.
Very
so
true.
I only use
Facts.
my powers for good now. So,
Interesting.
So they work. So what were you using them for previously?
Lustful woes.
take another swirl and sip.
That is another question. So.
We're here all night.
Yes.
All right, we're going to hop into the first question. We want to know from the both of you, how did you get into writing? And then what was your first major writing situation,
Go ahead, Scotty.
project?
I got into writing just listening to Wu-Tang, to be honest with you. Like,
Dang,
you
look
know,
at that. Bridging gaps.
it was, they were so inspirational in my writing. And, I wanted to be a rapper. So I used to battle in New York. And your second question, my first big writing thing would probably be the Manhattan Monologue Slam, because it was the first time as an actor where I got to put my writing up against other actors. So it was
dope.
yeah.
That's dope. What got me into writing?
In your first major.
Okay, the first thing is crazy. I wrote my first script. I was a child actor, so I was, into I was auditioning and stuff, and I started reading scripts, and I just became very interested in the idea of not just as an actor focusing on my character, but dealing with a story and focusing on the overall and how you put all these characters together. So I probably wrote my first script when I was 13 years old. And I literally wrote it in a notebook. I wrote it, this is pre-final draft. And I would say the first thing I ever wrote that anybody ever saw was a scene in Juice that in the pool hall that Omar and I did. Omar and I wrote that scene based on our relationship with Ernest Dickinson, who knew we both had aspirations to write. He said, I have this set, I have this scene, I know what I need, but I know you guys are working on stuff, so if you can write something, and then we'll set the cameras around it. So the whole Brenda Witherspoon, Shine the Silver scene was we wrote that, and literally on the.
That's Quinetta's favorite movie.
Over here sweating, dog.
I'm like, dang, yo, you got all the facts.
I'm sorry.
Jeez. All right. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was the first
That
thing
is
I wrote.
amazing. What kind of setup was this?
Look.
You're both right.
You're both writers. It's not a setup. This is about bridging gaps and connecting our community. And you are a fantastic writer and a freestyler. We're gonna put you on the spot, so think about something ahead of time, sir.
Come on.
Boy.
But this
Bars.
is exactly.
Shall we hear some bars?
This is really an opportunity for everybody to see different levels and see different stages
Absolutely.
of where we start, where we come from, how we progress, to continue to be that inspiration in our community. So for little black kids out there black and brown people, or any person of color who needs to see that person of interest and that person of inspiration, we want to make sure that we represent that. We want to make sure that we show everybody on every spectrum. So you're here for that too.
Yeah.
You're here for that. Mitch is here for that. We're here for that.
Absolutely.
Everybody is here to showcase that talent. So it's not taken away from anything. Yo, man, you amazing, dog.
No,
dope, dog.
Yeah, I feel, but I'm sitting next to a legend.
I'm just an old guy that stuck around, man. I drink a lot of water.
Because H2O is important.
Your skin is flawless.
I drink a lot of water, man. That's all.
That tip was for free.
So Mitch, we're gonna ask you a question specifically.
Okay.
So for our viewers and listeners, just so you know, Mitch he writes all the BET Award shows. He's the ghostwriter behind all these funny people on TV. Yeah.
You make it a hot line, I make it a hot song.
Exactly. So when you're watching the BET Awards and they standing there trying to read the words, those his words.
Those are the words that they jumble up half the time and then blame me for writing something whack. But
It is what it is.
It's a gig.
The winner is.
So Mitch, as a black writer in Hollywood, what has been your biggest obstacle, if there has been one?
The diversity thing is a real thing. I would say my biggest obstacle has been, because of the work that I do, trying to avoid the box. I always like to say that I'm a writer. I'm most often called a comedy writer. But I've always wanted to be a universal soldier, in the sense that I never wanted to be limited when it came to work, So it's funny, I do write a lot of the funny stuff that you may see or may think is not funny, but I'm attempting to write some comedy. But I also always write the the lifetime achievement pieces. People like on the BET Awards, the staff doesn't even mess with it. They say, okay, Mitch is doing that, because I like to be a blend of both. Yeah. So I think the hardest thing is to avoid the box, and also continue to, being a black writer, also expand my scope so that there are no limitations to what I put on paper.
Can you quickly just plug yourself real quick? What are you working on now, and some outside of just the BET Awards?
Well,
can you just plug yourself.
This year has been a real blessing. We just finished our first week of shooting Marlon Wayans' new sitcom on NBC. I'm a staff writer on that, and I have, I've been, the BET Awards this year. I did Hip Hop Awards this year. It's been a really, really
ABFF Awards.
ABFF Awards. Michelle Mitchenor was there. We did the NAACP Awards with Anthony Anderson. I just, have work, will travel, man. I gotta put food on the table. I got mouths to feed, so I'm a grind to get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, Scott. Next question is for you. Bing bong.
Oh boy.
So you
I'll do my
haven't
best.
spoke on it yet, but for those who don't know, he has a show called Minority Report.
It's amazing.
And I'm sure after I ask this question, you'll be able to dive in more about what it's about.
Sure.
So my little summary from what I saw is just talking about a lot of the issues in the community, especially the Black community, yes, and giving different perspectives.
Absolutely.
Right? And we found out that you're doing it at a predominantly white institution, yes?
Yes.
So our question is, what do you hope to achieve by having that show there? Like, what are some of your goals? Like,
just awareness. It came out of the ugliness that has been going on with our unarmed Black men and women being shot down. And I just wanted to bring awareness. I never thought that it would end up at UCLA, and in January it'll be at USC.
nice.
And
Come on, man.
it was. I just wanted for the rest of the world to hear our story and to understand that how many times we've been slighted. So I think that those institutions, not to say that any other institutions don't have people who are going to spark or affect change, but I think you could get 1 million people, 1 million Black men to march down to Washington, D.C. and nothing happened until you have a couple white people sprinkled in there. And then they go, oh, okay, let's do something about this.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah.
Could you just give us, for people who don't know and who may be interested to see the Minority Report at UCLA or USC, one, could you give us a brief synopsis of what it is, and then maybe how they can find tickets or something like that, please?
Absolutely. It's a compendium of acting, poetry, and also visual effects of stories like Fannie Lou Hamer, Black Tulsa, What Happened to Emmett Till, and others put together in an educational format. But we also do monologues and scenes. And if you're interested in coming to the USC show, they haven't put tickets on sale yet, but you can go to minorityreportofficial.com and it'll give you more information, or just follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Scott St. Patrick, and all the information will be on there.
That's great.
Beautiful. New York men in the building. Can we
Community
just give it
work.
up to the
Community
East Coast
work.
men?
I mean, know what I mean? We out here, know what I mean? Saying?
all right.
Cracking jokes and saving the community, you know what I mean?
All right,
The
so
ladies.
Absolutely.
swirl that up and toss that back, shall we?
Okay.
Oh, we gotta do it too?
Yeah.
You on the show?
It's apple juice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
Keeping
is.
it PG. Yep.
Trying to keep it family friendly. All right, so a couple weeks ago, I ran across some questions that I found were interesting. Again, this being a table format where we like to tackle hot topics and things that affect our community. We really want to make sure that you guys are aware of your history and aware of the impact of your history.
It's important.
It's so important, especially for the youth out there listening to madness. We want to make sure that they understand where they came from.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pose a few questions to you guys.
Okay.
We're going to put a timer.
What you want? How many seconds should we go?
Let's give them 30
Each? Okay.
Oh no, let's
should we have them do it collaboratively?
No. 6
Separate?
and 6.
6 and
Separate.
6? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Separate.
separate?
Nah.
Can they phone a
I love
friend?
when your New York just pop out,
They
Michelle.
Can you? I know.
Nah, B.
Y'all could definitely phone a friend, i.e. each other.
I like New Yorkers. Y'all like to stick together though.
Absolutely.
We do.
How to collect them.
I don't know if I can trust this.
Are we ready?
I
Okay,
got
hold on.
more people too, though. It's all good.
Yeah, we good.
Who we starting with?
Let's start with Scott.
Okay.
You know, so again, this is your history. We want to make sure that you know Michelle's going to time you in your answer. Question number 1 posed to Scott St. Patrick.
And
go.
ask the question.
What time was Usher in his drop top cruising the streets?
7 o'clock
Wow.
on the dot.
Mitch.
Yes.
How can you unbreak Toni Braxton's heart?
Oh, shit.
You've got this.
How can I unbreak her heart?
Yes.
You want to phone a friend?
Say you love her again?
There you go.
There we go.
That was good.
Ooh, that was a good one. I had to go through that was a little tricky.
Ow.
Senor St. Patrick. If Shy ever falls in love again, what will he be sure of?
Oh, man.
It's for the community.
I can help
It's
you.
for the community.
Yes, phone a friend.
Phone a friend?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Please ask the question again.
If Shy ever falls in love again, what will he be sure of?
That the lady is a friend.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Never forget.
Thank God.
Okay. Mitch, because you won that round, question 4. How was Erykah Badu born underwater, or how much was Erykah Badu born underwater with?
With $3.06.
Look at that. Look at that. Mrs. St. Patrick. Okay. You got to get you.
Ask
You
me
can
some
come back.
Wu-Tang question.
What guy sitting next to you was on?
Exactly.
Why can't RL and Deborah Cox be Deborah Cox?
Slip of the tongue.
The juice is getting her loose.
It's apple juice. It's apple juice. My father's watching. It's apple juice. Why can't RL and Deborah Cox be friends?
Because he didn't make it into
Scotty don't.
because RL wasn't in TGT.
What?
Oh, I
Tank
Phone a
genuine.
friend, man.
I can't help you on this
Phone
one.
a friend.
No. Phone a friend.
RL
Phone a
and Deborah
friend.
Cox.
Why would we know that?
Okay,
Phone a friend.
Go ahead,
you be my
phone a
friend?
Phone a friend.
Ask the question again, please.
Okay. Question number 4.
Yes.
Why can't RL and Deborah Cox be friends?
They cannot be friends because they are still in love.
Time out.
Wait, because they can't be lovers.
That's obscure.
What? Yeah. Y'all would
Because I'm
look at
still
us
in
a
love
little
with you.
left if we knew that answer.
You never heard that song?
Everybody knows that song.
I'm going
lyrics.
to YouTube it on the way
Google
home.
it now.
Scott, this is for the community now. I'm going to need you to...
Community work, man. You're supposed
Let's
to,
move on to the
these
next
are the
question.
foundational tools. These are needed to build this community.
Okay. All right.
Foundation.
The next one.
Okay.
Why should you prove, or what should you prove to Destiny's Child so she knows, so they know that you ain't running game? It rhymes with game. You gotta say they.
Phone a friend.
Name.
I gotta drop the mic on that one.
Up top.
It was all deep.
Up top.
Okay, what should you do if you don't want Fantasia?
Really?
Come on, it's
What?
community work.
If I don't want
If
Fantasia.
I don't want Fantasia,
What should you do if you don't want Fantasia?
Come on.
Maybe that's a ploy to get everybody to drink more apple
Ayo.
juice.
For real. And I'll do so.
I did not know the answer to this one either. But I love Fantasia. It's one of my
If you
favorite singers
don't
in the
want
world.
her, then don't talk to her.
Oh,
on,
if you want me, then don't talk to me. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and free
I'm slow.
yourself.
I didn't say I was smart.
Okay. What was T-Pain trying to buy that girl?
Scott, it's right in front of you.
It's right in front of you.
A drink?
There you go.
Come on, young black writer, I need you. It's us versus them, bro.
Mitch, next question.
Yes.
Where was Mary J. Blige going?
Down.
Yes.
Good one.
Come on, dog. You can come back from this.
Got
you
you,
know
man.
what?
We
I
don't- we
believe in you, dog.
I don't think Michelle had any input on these questions.
Okay.
We're all rooting for you.
The next one is a Mary J. Blige reference.
Okay.
What weren't
From
you?
New York.
What weren't you supposed to bring to the dancery?
You know this.
Roller skates.
I'm out. I'm leaving.
Thanks for
tuning in. I'm gone.
It's time for Scott.
Show's all over. I thought it ended at 4 o'clock, guys. What happened?
Are you serious right now? Don't bring no holleration in this dancery.
Let's get it.
Sorry. If I repeated that around my friends, they'd be like, get off the block.
New friends.
Never
New
once
friends.
when you were in the car did you hit this with
Never.
your elbows.
Never.
Your elbows wasn't never up on that song? I don't
Never.
believe
Hey, that's a lie.
Never, ever.
Okay,
Scott, I'm gonna need you to get some new friends.
next one. Mitch, we gonna take this to you.
Okay.
Please,
How
Mitch,
long?
represent for me.
How long
Take another
did
sip.
Tevin Campbell want to talk?
Just a minute.
Just 1 minute. That's all he needed was 1
Just a
minute.
minute. That means he had
60
game.
seconds.
Because normally back in the day when I was a young brother out there in the street trying to holler, I would, because I saw one of my boys, I remember I was on Springfield, and my boy got played out. He said, excuse me, man, excuse me, miss, can I get a second? And she was like, time's up. And
Boom.
she gave him
Wow.
the second.
Wow.
So my thing was always asking for 5 minutes.
You know, it was funny. I saw something on some TV show was like, he notices that black women like to get called by like colors. Like, excuse me, purple jeans.
Purple jeans.
I see you, green eyes.
Eyes.
Red hat.
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair, where you- I see you low cut. Where you going?
Cut.
Where you
No
going?
cut.
Brown skin's my favorite.
Yeah.
Brown skin. I'm saying. Mom,
Brown
saying.
skin, brown skin.
You got to first say, hey.
First
And
and
you
foremost.
gotta graze my elbow ever so gently, like, oh, excuse me, light skin. I'll be like, what you doing?
A gentle touch, no grab.
No grab. It's gotta
Gentle
be
touch.
almost like a
Can't be
swipe.
aggressive.
Yeah, it's almost
gotta
like
be a
it's like
swipe.
a tap,
Yeah.
a little love tap.
All right, last question. I'm gonna let y'all work on this together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Is he mad or not?
Without his girl, what would Cisco's life be?
Go ahead and talk about it real quick.
Without his girl,
Can we ask a KC question? KC and JoJo is more my era,
I'm thinking of the video with Lisa Ray.
hello. Okay, that's step one.
right? I don't. This is not a thong song, apparently. The question.
So here's a fun fact about this question, or the answer to this question. This was his number one selling song. Thong Song was not his number one selling song.
Oh, wow.
Really?
And it also was the title of his album.
It began with an I.
Yes, it does.
Hello?
Come on. Scotty on.
Come on,
Lisa
Scott.
Ray was in it. Let's bridge these gaps here.
Scott, help us out, man.
Got this.
Come on, man.
Mr. Ranger Danger.
Irreplaceable.
You're close.
Irresponsible.
Close.
Can't. Is it? No, that's a Drew Hill song. Golly,
Man.
I don't know the answer to this question.
We're
I'm
not
sorry.
helping you.
See the beginning of it. but I
Without you, girl, my life is incomplete.
Oh wow.
That's what it was. Okay.
I'm
Here all
sorry.
day with these
I'm
fellas.
sorry, community.
Swirling.
I'm sorry we failed you on that one.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right.
Young people look
This
up.
apple juice got me warm, though. I will say that. I promised myself I wasn't going to partake in apple juice today, but apparently, I didn't get that email that said apple juice would be a part of this show,
Sunday.
and thus I am apple juiced. Okay. All right.
Hilarious. All right. Maybe we should get into some other things. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
How y'all feeling? Y'all
that was
okay?
tense, man. I know I had like homework.
Got
to do.
eyes wide. He like, yeah, that was.
Oh, man.
Y'all should have sent us these before the show.
Maybe I should take off this hat.
You know,
Got us
I
out
was
here
like,
looking foolish.
for real. I was like, okay, let me figure out when was Harriet Tubman born. This is for the community.
This man is out here saving lives. He ain't listening to Cisco music.
So real.
So set up.
So now you know whenever you're on
Thought you was my
the
friend, Michelle.
come up, you never know what you're going to get.
All
Be
right.
prepared.
All
okay.
right.
We cover all spectrums of the community, yeah?
This is fun.
All
I'm having a ball. This is a
Hey,
good
we
time.
appreciate y'all for coming.
Good times.
Throw
Good
your
times.
social media out there, just one more again for the folks so they know how to follow y'all, stay connected.
Okay, so I'm on everything at Mitch Marchand. I'm on Snapchat. You can watch me walk my dog and take my son to school. I do not really turn up that much, but it's interesting. It's like old man chat. And, but it's Mitch Marchand, MITCHMARCHAND, everything.
At Scott St. Patrick on Instagram and Scott St. Patrick on Facebook. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
So this question is for the both of you two. What would you tell your younger self in a minute or less?
What would I tell my younger self?
Your younger self, yep.
I've actually had this conversation just recently. Watch your ego, B. Watch your ego.
And what do you mean by that? Like, have you gotten?
I mean,
feeling yourself?
I mean, when I was, it's funny because the things that I've been able to do in my life, like let's say for the last 10 years or so, are increasingly humbling to me. Like before, I probably would have gotten hyped off of like, yo, that's me. Like I would, it's like it's a boxing reference I heard once that said, when you got somebody hurt, don't look at your work, finish them. And I think I try to like live my whole life like that. Like, don't worry about what I did. What's the next thing? And as you begin to, every once in a while, like I'll have to send out my resume for a gig, and I kind of look like, hey, not bad, kid. But once I have that feeling, it's over. So watch your ego. I think is an important thing, especially for a lot of people in the society we live in, where you gotta. It's a lot of self promotion, which isn't bad, but you got to make sure that you balance that. You know what I'm saying? So watch your ego.
Yeah.
Mrs. St. Patrick?
I would say stay in the now. Don't worry about the past. Don't look too far ahead in the future. Just enjoy the now. That would be my advice.
What have you learned from enjoying the now?
That's the only thing that you have, and that is the truest essence of you, is your awareness of where you're at the current moment, and that your mind will take you everywhere but there, and make you think that that you need to draw some type of identity to something else.
That's dope. It's amazing. So speaking of, past, present, future. Mitch, you said you were a child actor, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Now I believe we have a clip.
Oh no!
Wow.
Who knew? Who knew?
I didn't know.
Who knew?
I believe we have this clip and we're gonna play it.
I kind of want to cry right now.
Yeah, me too. It's just it's just
Sweating.
like,
I know what it is.
Yeah. What is
Of course, I know.
Hey, let's go. Let's play it.
Say word.
Woo! So, wait. So can you just take a second? I don't know if you need to take another swig.
Swirl
But
it.
we want to hear live you say that iconic line.
Want to hear me say it live?
Like, lock in, go back to those
Let's go.
emotions.
Wait, I need to get Snapchat.
I need to close my eyes.
Get my moment before. You got the juice now, Michelle.
But that's a serious line right there.
Yeah.
Yo, that line just summed it all up.
That's
And you
crazy.
was sitting there watching the credits like,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you walked away. I felt like I had the juice.
That's funny.
Like,
Absolutely.
That's so
credits started
funny,
rolling,
man.
like, yo,
I'm looking
what
at
do I
you.
do now?
I had no idea. I had no idea that, I don't know how long ago that was. I was 17. I was a senior in high school when we did Juice. And I had no idea that, never in a million years would I think that people, like, daily. I get stopped at the airport, and my son's like, yes, that's my father. Yes, they call it. My son played basketball. His senior year, his nickname was Juice Man. Every time he shot a three, they go Juice. You know, that was so. I'm really proud of that, man. That was a great time.
But how did that happen? Like, was it just like, okay, you're gonna be the guy that's gonna say this part?
Well,
like,
again,
did you write that line?
I did, but here's the crazy. But here's the crazy thing about it. We had shot our scene, the pool hall scene that I talked about earlier. And again, this is all Ernest Dickerson. I got to give Ernest, all the love for this. It just happened to be a scenario where I had auditioned for Juice in another role for Steel. And I was really, really close to getting it. I ended up doing another independent movie, and like literally, I remember this because I think you think your whole career would be different. I had just signed my contract for the independent movie, this independent movie that nobody saw I did with Jeff Goldblum. I got a call from the casting director, I believe it was Jackie Brown, who called me and said, Mitch, we want you to read one more time. I had read for Steel like a million times. They wanted me to read one more time with the cast, and I was like, I'm on my way to New Jersey to film a movie. So when I got back, the way the scheduling worked out, Ernest wanted me in the movie. So that's when he cast me in the pool hall thing. And he's like, I got to find a way to get... Ernest was like, I want to just put him in this movie somehow. And so they called me and they said, we're having some issues with how to finish the ending of the movie. And can you come? It was a night shoot, and and me and Omar went up there. And the funniest thing about that scene is that is only one of 2 clean takes. Because I don't know what me and Omar were on that day, but we kept laughing.
It was funny.
Even like to this day, like I remember because we were so serious, right? I think we might have partaken in some apple juice on the way to
Let's give it up for that.
Might have been an apple juice scenario.
Delicious apple juice.
And so I remember that's one of the only, there's 2 or maybe 3 clean takes. We had to do 18. They were so mad at us because it's like the middle of the night. It's cold as hell outside New York. We were on the top of a roof in Harlem, and we just could not stop laughing, man. But yeah,
that's hilarious.
That's crazy, man.
Iconic.
That's crazy.
You got the juice now.
I'm such an old
that cool?
dude.
We're going in.
Wait. You got the juice now. Like that?
It's funny, man.
It's awesome.
That's hilarious.
You've got that juice. Woo! You've got that juice. You've got that juice. You've got that juice.
Quinetta, your turn.
I did it first.
Oh, okay.
Everybody was talking.
That's crazy.
So, Scott, we're going to now put you on the spot.
Oh, okay.
You mentioned that, you wanted to rap at some point.
Wordsmith.
Or you do rap.
Yeah, okay.
You're not a rapper.
I do.
You're a rapper.
Do you got
bars or no?
I mean, always.
So, with that being said, we would like you to take a little freestyle.
Oh, boy.
Ain't no beat.
You want me to give you a beat?
no beat.
Back in the day.
I can give you, maybe I can pull up an instrumental, but
No beat.
Oh, wait, can I give you a scenario?
Ooh. Way to make it spicy.
Nah, let him rock.
You could shout one out midway.
Your experience of being on the come up.
My experience of being on the come up. Okay. I'll work it in. Can I work it in?
Yes, that's
okay.
All right, this is live, y'all. Live.
Go.
Full run.
Let's go.
Okay.
World premiere.
You might have heard this in the beginning, and I'll figure it out. Okay. November 9th, right? It was, what's that? 9/11? 11/9. Backwards, 9/11. Right after the country made its pick, I'm in the crib. I'm watching the news, and I'm trying to understand if what just happened's legit. I'm nauseous. My girl give me a look like, "Bae, come to the room right quick." Sweet. I grab a Magnum, make sure I'm equipped. Knowing I'm King Kunta of the room and shit, I strolled over to the master of the whip. I was too sick. Cause 30 minutes after undressing, doing all types of shit with my lips, I'm uber excited. I look down and there's no lift. Ain't this about a bitch? You mean to tell me this motherfucker ain't been in office a day to the rip and he's already affecting my dick? I call this shit erectile dysfunction. God forbid the righteous show half the gumption. Assumption is that the electoral college won't jump in. They pumped him, chased the black man out with the worst from the dungeon. We could who, we could what, we could why. Leonard, but who's gonna go to the bank? Only the spur of the moment. Tim Duncan, let me hold something. Mano y mano, Ginobili. The sixth man in the Central Park Five left cozy. He took out a full-page ad to make his Tony. That's the point guard. Blood on a red branch like Swiss chard. Scott St. Patty Mills in the Knicks garb. I'm chucking. You need 4 eyes like David Ruffin to see what's coming. The temptation get the running, but from where? A country that I done built, picking cotton, laying railroad for little to no money just to be told that I ain't skilled? Same blood that got killed, same blood that spilled, same loc got shot. See what the vote revealed? This country is like a padded room. Lady Liberty ain't literally. Her simile a witch on a magic broom. The tragic coon quick to get in bed with Wall Street and spoon. Fork over the loot. Knifed. Backstab. That's cutlery. Fine china in the race to the moon. I guess the rose that grew from concrete ain't the rose that bloom. Check the alliance. My hair is like mad science. I'm half Dr. Jekyll, half Boyce Watkins. Half a decade later, I'm still Black Lives conscious, provide some type of remorse for the unconscious survivors, insiders. A generation, I've been locked in a room, strapped to a chair with wrist abrasions, forced to watch Birth of a Nation. The first created, the second slayed him. So regardless if Nate raped him, how do you weigh him? I Kanye him. Play C now. That's the way I escaped the P now. I grabbed up just to get gunned down. But I grab a pussy Trump style by the neck and collar. Tell him what now? We got to find a way in this country to get gunned down. It's funny that they call me for the aggression, because my right hand is my lethal weapon. Jeanine, Cupid, 112. That's the locks, the cops. Who got the juice now? I'm finding apples. Has me saying
Lights up in the air! Lights up in the air!
Boy, spin fire got me sweating. My brow was hot. Gee.
That brow gets you hurt.
Oh my goodness. Yo, dog.
Sweet the apple juice in the bars,
Ay,
B.
caramba. I didn't even realize that you was dropping names until you said Q. I was like, wait a second. He said Michelle. I was like, wait, hold it. Then somebody got the shoes. What do we do now? What do we do?
You tried to woe me with the words, though. I heard you slip that in there. You tried to woe me with the words.
That's crazy.
Woo you with the words.
I heard it.
Oh my God.
I might have to take a swirl on that, Scott.
Listen.
Come on.
That's what's up, man.
Everybody was tuned in.
That's crazy.
We was in here doing a mannequin challenge. We was like,
My neck was hurting, but I couldn't turn away.
Y'all crazy.
Well, something that's very original to our show and what we'd like to do is something we like to call Gem of the Day. So it's something that we like to drop knowledge on some names that may not be as familiar in our community that may have contributed to industries that our guests are in.
Okay.
So with you two being writers, we would like to do a Gem of the Day on August Wilson. For those who don't know, August Wilson was an American playwright whose work included a series of 10 plays. Born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he's received 2 Pulitzer Prizes for drama. Each work in the same series is set in different decades and depicts comic and tragic aspects of the African-American experience in the 20th century. So for those of you who are out there who want to be writers, who want to get involved in being playwrights or an author, or taking the field on the path that these gentlemen have taken, make sure you do your history and look into those of the people that paved the way before you, because those are the people who open doors. So now it's your job to create houses similar to those doors that the houses were built in. So that's a little Gem of the Day.
That's dope.
And Christmas Day, Fences comes out, and he wrote Fences.
Yeah.
So you two both familiar with August Wilson?
Yes, I saw Fences. Fences was a major impact on me. I remember James Earl Jones originated the role that Denzel is playing. And matter of fact, Courtney B. Vance played his son in the Broadway version. And I literally saw that play like 15 times. Like I went to matinees. Like, remember back you can go get like the discount tickets. So I would go get the discount tickets in Times Square and go see it. Like it was like watching a movie to me. I mean, I was so into acting at the time. I was so into James Earl Jones, and then getting the opportunity to see, how how August Wilson would, weave all these themes. I'm always been a big fan of August Wilson. Not just Fences, but that play in particular had an incredible impact on me.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I saw James Earl Jones, a lot of people, are familiar with Star Wars and everything, but if you really want to see as an actor how to use your voice from the stage, watch James Earl Jones. It's incredible. He knows who he is.
Yeah, presence, undeniable presence.
Absolutely.
Just skilled out.
How important would you guys say, just research and knowing who came before you is to getting to where you two are?
I think it's incredibly important. I think you have to be careful though, in your research, to make sure that you're not borrowing anyone else's voice. I think that's the one thing that, as I've grown as a writer, the one thing I try to always maintain is my perspective on it. But I probably borrowed from Spike. I probably borrowed from August Wilson. When you're in the process of finding it, you obviously are going to pull from that which inspired you. So I've probably lifted a couple things, but as I've grown, I've managed to secure my own voice. So
now people gonna take in your stuff.
They can have it.
Y'all need to research.
Keep me going, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was the answer that I would say. I mean, because times change, and we're on the come up. So I would be honest. I always looked up to Sydney. That was everything to me. A Raisin in the Sun was everything. Lorraine Hansberry is one of my idols. But if you watch Sydney later on, you're like, okay, he's trying to do what he did in the past with next to Bruce Willis. It's just not working. He's spinning like he used to, And the times change, and the cameras change, the lens changed, so many things change. So, to your point, at some point you have to throw it all away and just come with your fresh perspective because it's all needed.
Yeah, in your heart.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you for
I had a ball,
kicking
man.
off our
Can I come back next week? No. This is mad fun, though. I wish you guys all the best with this. This is really dope. I think this is an amazing project that you guys are on. And,
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have my support. If you need
We're looking to host some red carpets here, so write us in, dog.
Hey, man, if you need me to
Black Girls
retweet,
Rock.
keep you out
Black
there.
Girls Rock.
Absolutely.
Turn that carpet out.
Man, that's the one show they won't let me write at BT, man. Because I'm not a girl. But no, that's dope. But that's dope. I'm such a fan of that show in particular. I'm like I want to go. Like it's in Jersey, so I got to
It's an incredible show. That's one thing I did this past year. I got to host the red carpet for Black Girls Rock.
Somebody been doing their thing.
It's
Putting in the twerk.
Putting in.
That show had me like, all right, I got work to do. Like just watching all them incredible women and interviewing them. It was like, oh yeah, man.
Yeah, that's inspirational.
It's time to take over the world, like for real.
I want to echo his sentiments. You guys are incredible for this.
Thanks,
to know you all individually is one thing, but to see you back here behind the mics doing your thing, I just salute you. Like it's incredible, and it's much needed. For you guys to be so selfless as to give this opportunity is amazing. So I tip my hat to y'all.
Appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all following us.
Yes. On all social media accounts, you can follow us on YouTube. You can search on The Come Up. You'll see our cartoon characters. You can find us on Instagram, on The Come Up BGR. You can find us, same thing, Facebook, on The Come Up BGR. Individual social media accounts, ladies?
So I'll go first. Mine's is Quinny from Philly. It's QUINNYFRM PHILLY.
You can find me, moments_matter. No difference in spelling, all lowercase.
You can find me, Michelle Mitchenor. That is 2 L's in that Michelle, and MITCHENOR. On everything, on everything. So
on everything.
we are relaunching this second season. So any way that you can help is just whether you're just reposting or you're telling people about it, get the word out, because every week we really do have incredible people who if they're already on, they're sharing their come up, or if they're on the come up, they're just coming up. So we're here to support the community and everyone.
And if you know somebody who's on the come up, or you are on the come up, or you flourishing in your field, hit us up.
Hit us up.
Slide in that email.
Slide in the email at
DM.
onthecomeup@gmail.com. You can email us anything that if you enjoyed the show, we would love to hear your comments. But please make sure you go to our YouTube page and subscribe to our YouTube page, where you can watch season 1 episodes so you can see our previous guests and get to see us, and see what we're about and the path that we're trying to take, and really take this thing off.
Jeanine, you used to do some call girl type stuff, didn't you? I hear it. You get all sultry. You get all sultry.
No, look, live.
Girls,
Hold on, wait, look.
It's the apple juice.
My undergrad, I had to do an internship at a marketing research center.
Yeah.
So I had to do cold calls to get people to come in for marketing research. And I would be the person standing in the room all right, so today we're here to try some Nabisco cookies. I can't let you know the flavors, but we need to know your thoughts on these flavors. So I would have to just really sit in there and talk to people. So tell me, did you like it? Which one? What flavor did?
See, that sounds like call girl stuff.
What kind of
flavor do you like?
What kind of flavor did you taste? And they come back it tastes like I think it was cinnamon. I'm not sure. What was that? What was that? Fig? I'd be like, oh, got that wrong.
Jeanine a comedian. She just don't want to.
Oh, what you didn't mention, she did her first stand-up.
I did.
Yes.
Oh, that's what's up.
I did 2 stand-ups.
Yeah.
She fell out on the floor.
Wow.
I killed.
Yo,
it was
Jeanine's
great.
super funny.
That's dope.
I killed.
I'm gonna try to get her to do another one.
Where?
It was at Cap Studio, right?
In the Valley, in Sherman Oaks.
On
it was good. I went up there and I kind of blacked out, and I just told the story from when I was living overseas, and it was great. But
stand up is dope.
Story?
We have time.
We can talk about that
Tune in next week.
But next week we're gonna have an amazing woman who has her own nonprofit organization that's helping out people abroad and in the States as well. So make sure you tune in next week, please.
Yeah, and this episode will be available on our YouTube as well. Stay tuned for that. It will be available shortly.
Yes.
Thank y'all again for tuning in to On the Come Up.
You guys have been amazing. Thank you again to our amazing guests. You guys are great.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all.
Swirl it around and swirl it around.
This apple juice,
enough. I'm not gonna.
Oh my
I'm not
gosh,
gonna
this
do
apple
it to
juice so
myself.
I'm just going to say, somebody didn't drink their apple juice.
Yeah.
Becky, you
And
sure
there-
outdid yourself this year, huh?
Yeah. Don't try to smile
It
it off.
rhymes with Michelle.
I'm watching my figure.
Shout out again, POTUS. Thank you, everybody.
Empty calories.
And
Empty
Scott, thank you
calories.
guys. You guys are amazing.
Oh, it is.
You guys are great.